Hey guys, what's up? It is December 23rd, 2023 at 2:48 p.m. I'm live streaming on YouTube right now. I just want to have a quick little documentation about the day and everything that I got going on at this time. So, in the future I can look back at this and hopefully it'll be valuable to you as well. And today, all I really want to talk about is something that I actually included in my email list, which you can join if you go to my website, www.c-dot.ca. I know there's a lot of dots in there. The letter C dash dot period ca. Um, that way, if you go there, you can just scroll to the bottom, hit subscribe to email list, and then you'll get exclusive access to videos, behind the scenes stuff. And I share some things that I'm learning, some stories and whatnot. And on this podcast, I just want to share one of the things that I sort of touched on in my email list, which is that success is not an accident. So this is just going to be a quick podcast. I just want to share success is ultimately a choice. And you have complete control over how successful you are. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So if you want to get to 3, you need to have the 1 and you need to have the 2. Okay? If you fill in the equivalent of the 1 and 2 in the formula for your success in life, then you will arrive at 3. In other words, the equivalent of the success that you're aiming for or the goal that you're aiming for. And when you get into, if we're using the number analogy, you get into higher numbers and there's multiple different numbers that you can add up to get to the same thing. And you can have a different approach. So it is possible for some things or for many things to approach things in different ways to achieve the same goal. So success, if you're looking for a formula for success, there's all the whole, this is how you can be successful. This is how you can get rich, all this type of stuff. Literally just do what is necessary. Set your goal, have clarity in your mind, visualize yourself as if you're already there. Take on the identity of the person who you believe will fulfill that goal. Take on that identity right now, today. You don't need to wait. You don't need to wait until you do more stuff to be the person that achieves those goals. You can be that person today and you can do those things today. Give it a shot. Try it. And you'll see what I mean. So success is not an accident. You put in specific action over a consistent period of time in order to achieve a desired outcome. That is what I have been trying to do recently. I'm obviously not perfect at it, but just building the skills now, even like making a podcast, making a website, making an email list, filming and editing YouTube videos, seeing what works in YouTube videos and what doesn't between, hashtags or captions or titles or thumbnails. I still need to work on the thumbnails. But the thing is, I wouldn't know that I need to work on the thumbnails unless I recorded and filmed and edited a bunch of other videos. And as you grow, you realize what works and what doesn't work, and you're able to see yourself through the lens of objective reality more so than you were able to before. Because when you're first starting out, you get really excited. Oh, I posted a video. You don't see all the flaws in it because you're like, oh, it's so great because I'm so proud of myself. And that's great and that's awesome. But as you do more and more and you sort of become more consistent with it, you start to see like, oh wow, you know what? That thumbnail is pretty awful. And I'm looking through my page right now and being like, yeah, you know what? That thumbnail is pretty awful. Or the system that I have for people to follow me on different platforms is a little bit hectic and I need to clean it up. And so, you take note of those things and you adapt and adjust. And, we have time. Like you have time to learn and to grow and to experiment. But just do it. Just thrust yourself into it so that you can adapt. Otherwise, you're just going to be waiting until you're ready, which is never the case. You're never going to be ready. You're never going to feel ready. You're always going to want to keep waiting. When if you just start, you're uncomfortable at first, but then you build confidence and you realize, you know what? Like, why didn't I start earlier? So if there's something that you're waiting to do, if there's something that you want to do, just take a step towards it. Just do it. It's not that deep at the end of the day. I used to be an overthinker. I used to be in my head about everything, over analyzing. Oh, I need to make sure that I'm doing it right before I do it at all. It's like, no, you figure out how to do it right by doing it wrong, or by doing it, period, and then you adapt as you go. You learn so much from doing. So, anyway, it's already been 5 minutes. I said this is just going to be a short one. I'll leave it at that for now. I'm going to hop off here and record a rough draft for a song I'm working on that I'm looking to get reproduced. And yeah, God bless you guys. It's almost Christmas. I probably will be busy for the next several days with family and whatnot. So, Merry Christmas. God bless you. And I hope that, things go smoothly through Christmas, through the new year. I know that in my experience, January has usually been like the worst month of the year when it comes to bad things happening. Shouldn't jinx it, but just, go in, make sure you're staying healthy, make sure you're getting enough sleep, make sure you're eating enough food, you're not getting too cold when you're outside. I mean, depending on where you live, I live in Canada, so it's cold outside. Make sure you're staying warm and staying hydrated and not eating too much chocolate and all that type of stuff, because you want to stay healthy for yourself, for your family, and going into a new, fresh start of the new year. So, and maybe my next podcast can be about New Year's and how most people's New Year's commitments completely fall through after a couple days, weeks, or months. And there's a reason for that. So, yeah, I'll end it off there. God bless you guys. Merry Christmas and see ya.